Safe ba magpasalo ng property? Were there are few things na dapat i-consider mo. So, especially 2025 na. So, ganito. If magpapasalo ka, here are my tips for you for your safety and then for your stress-free. So, kung magpapasalo ka at hindi mo na kayang bayaran yung unit na nakuha mo, wag mong hayaan lang na hindi mo nababayaran ng ilang buwan kasi nakakasira yan sa credit score mo. Ngayon, if you decided naman na ipapasalo, you have to look for that person na maganda din yung track record. Yung person na yan, dapat may assurance na kayang-kaya niyang bayaran yung property or yung monthly amortization until matapos yung term, or much better kung mababayaran niya din as quick as possible yung outstanding balance. Kasi kapag dumating yung time na hindi niya yan nabayaran, well, the impact is yung credit score mo maapektuhan pa rin kasi yung debt na yan nakapangalan pa rin sa'yo. And also, it is important na kapag ipapasalo mo yan or ikaw ay magpapasalo, you have to execute a fair and very legal agreement in front of the lawyer na both parties should agree kung ano yung gusto nyong mangyari sa property. So, kailangan klaro at saka willing ka din. This is a very long, let's say, for example, you signed up for 30 years, which is the longest, especially for pag-ibig. Dapat, willing ka din to help yung sumalo na in case she needed some assistance, like for example, pagkuha ng statement or pag-request ng reduction of interest rate. As we know, di ba, may mga fixed term lang. Minsan, kay pag-ibig, you can get I think up to 10 year. Pero sa bangko, normally 5 years. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years pa. Anyway, yan lang yung mga few things na dapat alam mo at aware ka. So, hindi mo dapat siya yung kailangan lagi kang handa na tumulong or open mind or extend help or para at mag-compromise sa sumalo kasi there be time na kakailanganin ka niya. Let's say for example, i-close na niya babayaran niya na yung buong balance. It will still involve you. So, ikaw naman, as part of your dapat makipag-cooperate ka pa rin. So, yes, it is the most important thing is you find yung sasalo sa unit mo, makahanap ka yung good payer para mapaganda din yung record mo. At baka pwede ka pa kasi ulit in the future, you might be able to get a smaller, parang mas lower na amortization or mas smaller na house. At least kahit papano wala kang bad record sa credit score mo. So that's your best interest, yung makakahanap ka ng sasalo sa property mo or sa unit mo or sa debt mo na willing good payer, good record. So, importante, kilalanin mo muna, kilatisin mo muna, hindi porket gustong saluin. Kasi once na hindi yan binayaran, it will revert back to you, bounce back to you, at apektado ang credit score mo at ikaw ay mabablacklist din, lalo na sa pag-ibig or sa bank. So, ganyan. But yes, in the meantime, kung kaya mong ipasalo at makahanap ka ng sasalo sa unit mo, try it. At saka kung magpapasalo ka para hindi ka mahirapan at mas lalo kang walang balik sa pera mo, try na to parang hindi na magdagdag pa sa interest. Kung kaya mo ipasalo ng as per TCP, which is the total contract price nung binili mo siya, try mo na yun for faster transaction. Kasi nga, in fairness naman, tinutulungan ka na nga para masalo at mabalik yung taya mo or even less. That's the most important thing kasi kahit papaano nakatulong din siya sa'yo. So, yan yung dapat gawin mo kung hindi mo na kayang bayaran yung monthly amortization mo. Huwag mong patagalin na hindi nababayaran ng ilang buwan. If you know, kasi syempre alam mo naman yung financial capability mo, di ba? Kung alam mo na hindi mo na talaga kayang bayaran, continuously pay in the future, it's better to consider na ipasalo mo na lang and then get as much as money as you can dun sa mga naibayad mo na kasi para yun na lang yung ibili mo or i-rent mo or probably buy smaller one kasi we sometimes make a mistake, di ba? We exaggerate to buy the most high-end or kahit ano man yan, kung anong klaseng property man yan. Tapos hindi natin napaghandaan na magkakaroon pala tayo ng bad circumstances o magkaroon tayo ng circumstances na hindi natin inaasahan, and that's the time that happens. So, yes, don't just let it parang wag mo siyang hayaang ma-foreclose yung property. Do something. So, legal naman yung pagsalo, yun nga lang. You just need to make sure na everything is stipulated and executed in front of the lawyer. Lawyers are very open to execute anything that is favorable between you and the buyer na maging mutually agreed. So, that's my tip for you, and please do yung dun sa next na video ko i-share ko din yung yung kung ano yung dapat mong gawin kung ikaw naman yung sasalo. Okay? So thank you so much, and I hope you get some idea kung paano ang gagawin mo kung ikaw ay kasalukuyan na mo problema kung paano mo babayaran yung monthly amortization mo. So, yes guys, I'm a property investor. For those of you who are new into my channel, my name is Claudine Gallagher. I'm a property investor in the Philippines habang nakatira ako sa abroad. So, I live between Ireland and the Philippines, and our company is existed in the Philippines. And of course, yeah, I've been a property investor since 2018. So I have a really good experience now. So for those of you who are looking for consultation, I do still accept, I still have slots available until December 17 kung kayo ay interested to start your rental investment and know more about rental investment in the Philippines. Please feel free to send me an email. I charge very cheap amount of money for all the information that you get. And if you look at some of the reviews of my clients, they've been very happy, and I have helped a lot of people already, and very delighted to know how real estate investing in the Philippines works. So I'll be happy to meet you. So see you in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to receive some notification from me if I upload new video. Bye!